Hey, what's up guys, TotallyDubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review for the SteelSeries H wireless headset. So I'd previously reviewed the SteelSeries 9H and I was very much impressed with its sound quality. Its price to performance ratio was actually really good as well, and therefore I was very much intrigued how a wireless solution would compare, both in terms of sonically and how does it sound, and furthermore all its functions. I should also mention this comes at a pretty hefty price tag. It comes in between £200 and £250. Therefore I'm going to take a leeway between those two and say I'm reviewing this at a £235 price tag. So what I'm going to do is bring the camera closer so that you guys can see the headphones a little bit clearer, and also walk you through the plethora of stuff that you actually get with the headphones. And let's get on with the overview of the headphones and the review of these headphones themselves. So I'm going to quickly go over what you get in a box and a little brief overview of the little transmitter and the headphones. And I'm going to try and keep it as brief as possible simply because there's a lot to cover and I would want to cover everything in order to give you a good idea of what you get. So in the box you get the headphones, you get an extra battery which can be used as a secondary battery for always keeping you active. You get a transmitter which is currently plugged into my PC via USB, and that is also provided, the cable that is, and so is a transmitter. You also get a wall charger which is useful for having the transmitter going without a USB connection, and the beauty of this is that SteelSeries have included all the regions that you would need, and therefore it's really useful to have it throughout the world. Furthermore, this can double up as a phone charger because it can be used via USB. It's great that SteelSeries have thought this through because it's something that I think a lot of manufacturers might overlook, but it's nice that they've included it because people like to travel. Then you get a plethora of cables. This one is the standard 3.5mm to 3.5mm jack, which is terminated by a straight gold jack. As you can see, there's only two connections over here, whereas the other one, which is the one which is used for mobiles, which hopefully I can get for you, is 3, which signifies that this can be used, the microphone controls can be actually used, which is absolutely brilliant. So the mobile one is terminated by a 3.5mm jack on both ends, but also by a right angle jack, which the normal aux cable isn't. Then you've got a chat cable which is used for connecting up to a console, which is like the Xbox 360. This connects up to the Xbox 360 and therefore you can use this. I'm going to demonstrate that as well for you guys and hopefully you'll be able to see that. Finally, you're also presented with an optical cable which is useful for connecting up to the TV. Finally, you get a sticker and a manual which you might use or you might not use at all. Now onto the headphones themselves, and we'll start off with the build quality. The build quality of these headphones is absolutely brilliant. What I like about them is the fact that SteelSeries have thought about every single factor that you might need in a headset. That could come from a retractable microphone, which is very nice and flexible and very good looking. And furthermore, with a touch of a button you can mute it, and it's signified by a red light which is around the microphone. Again, very nice touch to it and very easy to access. Furthermore, you've got these two cups which rotate and can be opened, and they present two separate sides to the headphone. One of which can be used if you run out of battery completely and can use it via USB, and the other which can be used for on the go and no wires attached, and that is via the battery compartment. The USB, I should stress, is to charge also the device. It's not to use it via USB because you can't do that. But what I'm trying to say is that you will always have a way of connecting this headphone, be it via wireless or not. And it's great that SteelSeries have thought that through. On the right cup you've got a button over here which, if you press, as you saw, mutes the mic, and if you hold it, switches off the headset completely. Over here you've got two separate inputs. One is, input and output. The input over here is for the chat, which is used for the Xbox 360, and the output over here is a sharing jack, which is brilliant because this signifies that you can use the headphones with another headphone using the same source. In other words, if your friend is over and he wants to listen to what you're listening to, then he can just simply plug his earphones or headphones into that share jack and he'll be able to hear whatever you're hearing. I've tested out the sound quality in that respect and it sounds really good. I always have trouble putting this thing back in. I know that's what she said, but anyway, there you go. The build quality, continuing on the build quality, you don't have a right and left indicator as you would find normally on other headphones on the outskirts of the headphones, but inside it is, but instead it's on the inside of the headphones, very small. That said, you shouldn't have any trouble with left and right because the microphone's on your left hand side. Continuing the build quality, you can see that these do pivot, which means that it's great for portable use. By great for portable use, I mean that you can put it in your bag, which is always useful. Unfortunately, there's no pouch which is included, but it is something to bear in mind. In other words, you can take these on the go. These do also come out and go back in, which is useful for adjustments. And then at the top of the headband, you've got some nice soft pads which are quite well spaced and also have these little gaps which are always useful for giving you a better breathable headphones. Speaking about breathable headphones, I found that these do get kind of hot. I was working out to these and I found that over time these got quite hot, and I think it's because of the lack of thickness of the pads. They're quite thin. Also, the shape of the headphone is circular and not oval, which I prefer oval because it gives you an extra length and the width is not really needed that much. But anyway, that's the approach that SteelSeries have chosen. I should also mention there's a little button over here, or a little scroll wheel should I say, and it's very useful. As you can see over there, it adjusts the volume of the headphone, and also you can actually control certain things, for example the EQ, via this button, and it's very, very useful. It's very nice that they've actually included this because it gives you a lot more functionality that you might want. So overall, I do like the functionality and the build quality of the headphone because it really does allow you a little bit more flexibility. Finally, I should also mention the comfort of these. I found these extremely comfortable and I could wear them for a long time without any sort of problem. I really do recommend them for a long period of use, but do bear in mind what I said about it heating up. I did feel like it heated up quite a bit and it did get a little bit sweaty. So do bear that in mind, especially if you're going to be using these, for example, in a gym. I know it sounds really stupid to say that, but I was using these in a gym because they're wireless and they worked really well for me. In terms of the sound quality is actually very, very good and I was very much surprised. With that said, at the price tag I was expecting good sound quality and I'm very happy to report that it has a very nice sound quality to it. The highs are quite nice and they're quite sparkly. With that said, they do roll off quite a little bit. You can hear that little roll off. It's almost the same thing with the 9H. It's not as apparent, but if you compare it to standalone headphones, for example the Denon D2000s, you can hear it rolling off a little bit. The mids are what I think are the best sound quality trait of these headphones. The mids were really nice. They weren't veiled, they weren't accentuated a little too much, they were just perfect. I would say the overall sound signature of these headphones is slightly V-shaped, but overall it is really, really nice to listen to. The bass is give or take. I think the sub bass is quite good, mid bass especially is very good. Sub bass does roll off, by that I mean you don't really hear that extension and rumble that you would love to hear. It does feel a little bit cut off and is to be expected because it is a headset, but I should mention that because it is quite an expensive headphone. At that price I could buy a Denon D2000 and a mod mic and therefore it would beat these quite comfortably sonically. But for the convenience of it, I do quite like the fact that these have a microphone included as well and they're wireless. So there's extra factors that you have to bear in mind and therefore you can't do a like-for-like sonic comparison between these and normal standalone headphones because they don't have all the functionalities. But anyway, Overall, the sound qualities, I was extremely impressed, and I would very much recommend this for music listening. For games, I really did like it as well, and they far surpass my expectation for games. So I was really reviewing these as a standalone headphone at that point, because the actual sound quality was very good indeed. Now, enough of the overview and my thoughts about the sound quality of the headphones. How do they sound in terms of a microphone, and how do they look like on the head, and also how do they operate with other devices? What I'm going to do is demonstrate that for you guys now. And what I'm going to do is take the camera back and have you listening to a PC recording, which is recorded via Camtasia. And now I am recording with the PC, so you'll be able to hear a drastic difference in terms of the sound from my camera and from this. What I found is the sound is very nice. It picks up quite a good frequency range for your sound. As I said, the mids it's really good qualities, and I did find that the microphone also did benefit from that as well. In terms of background noises, it does pick up quite a little bit background noises, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is to be expected with every single microphone out there. I haven't come across a microphone that really does cut out those random noises. Normal noises, like which are constant, this and for example the mod mic really do a great job in terms of cancelling out background noises that are constant, but sudden noises like that are going to be heard via the microphone. One thing I should mention, and it's something that I slightly glazed over and slightly would like to explain a little bit more, is the fact of its wireless range. Now, the wireless range of these headphones is actually surprisingly good. Actually astonishing, might I add. When I walked away for about 10 meters to 15 meters, this thing was still transmitting sound no problem through 2 or 3 walls, and I was very much impressed with that. It's something that kind of shocked me because I wasn't expecting it to be that good, but my god, does this do a great job wirelessly at distance. Furthermore, the battery life, it's something that's important. How do these mini batteries go? They're only 1000 milliamp batteries. How do they do? Well, they did extremely well. They've lasted for over 10 hours each, and therefore you get about 20 hours altogether with these 2 batteries. That is absolutely excellent, and more than you would expect from normal wireless Bluetooth headphones that you can find there out on the market. So as far as headsets go, it is absolutely excellent, and I really do like its battery life. So overall, I do really like the sound recording. Well, hopefully you like it too and you can hear it well, of the wireless, the H wireless from SteelSeries. But now let's go on and show you how these work with the TV. I also should mention another point about sound quality, which I a little bit glazed over, was the overall sound volume of these headphones. Now, unfortunately, this has nothing to do with SteelSeries. It's due to do with stupid EU regulations, but these are limited in terms of the maximum volume they go. And unfortunately, even at max volume on this and on max volume on my PC, I did find it a little bit low. That said, my ears are getting a little bit deaf, but still, I did find this to be a recurring concern throughout reviews on the internet, and furthermore my concerns. When I was listening to the gym and therefore working out, I felt like I wanted to turn it up louder in order to cut out other background noises around me, but unfortunately couldn't. So it's some limitation that you should bear in mind when buying these headphones. They won't crank up all the way the volume that you want. Of course, if you're using it via aux, you can use an amplifier or whatever, but if you're using them wirelessly, there's no other way to max it out. If this is maxed out, that's it, capiche, you can't do any more. So there you go, it's another little point that I should mention. But anyway, let's go on to the Xbox 360 and my TV. So I wanted to show you the fact that you can use it with your phone as well, via the phone wire, the mobile wire. So this is Google Voice Search, and it's a little bit hard for me to prove, but hopefully you're going to trust me on this one. But the microphone works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to say out my favourite team, Manchester United. And there you go, as you can see, it picks it up perfectly fine. So In terms of the functionalities for a mobile phone, as far as they go, they're absolutely brilliant, and the microphone works very well and can be picked up. Whatever I said on Google worked flawlessly. So now let's go onto the TV and the Xbox. So here's a SteelSeries H wireless receiver, which is connected via optical in to my TV, and the TV is playing BBC News, and as you can see, obviously it is powered by the cable which goes down over there. Now, just to prove to you the sound, what I'm going to do is have the TV play some sound.
And for us, that's,
as you can hear, it's coming from there. But then what you want to do is, for example, on my LG TV, you go sound out, and then you've got external sound. If I hit that, it's going to transfer it down to the H wireless, which hopefully you'll be able to hear from these. It's going to be a little bit hard, but I'm just going to place the driver over the microphone.
Yesterday he left the training field with an ice pack strapped to his knee.
I'm not sure how loud or what that was, but anyway, they play through here. And when I was telling you about that problem in terms of volume, as you can, well, hopefully you can see, it is on max volume, and unfortunately I cannot go any louder. As it's going via external speaker, it doesn't allow you to go any louder. If I turn up the TV sound, it's not going to do anything because it's again going via the SteelSeries. So when I was talking about volume problems, this is one of them. There is a problem of having a sound limit, is that you can't go any louder, and in this respect you're very much limited to what the SteelSeries H series can do. So that is for the TV. Now what I'm going to do is change the optical and put it down to the Xbox, and therefore have the Xbox have the sound on my headset. So now I've got it set up as Xbox. What you want to do is on the receiver set it up as Xbox as the source, and I've got optical in as the input. And now I can tune with live mix and chat mix and everything like that. But anyway, I just want to show you that the microphone is indeed working. And by that, I'm just going to have the Xbox 360 controller over here. And as you can see, I've got a little sign up there. If I unplug it, you'll see that the sign comes off and it goes all together. If I plug it back in, it comes back. And then if I talk into this into the microphone over here, you can hear it having a little symbol over there while it is doing it. So I can successfully say that it does work. And if I do change things over here, hopefully, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but I'm not sure if you're able to hear it because it is quite faint, but the music does play through here. Of course, you have to mute the speakers of your TV if it's connected via HDMI, which in my case it is, but all the sounds are coming from this. Again, you're limited in terms of how loud it can go. Furthermore, I should say that if you need to set it up, you're going to have to go to console settings on your Xbox, go to audio, you're going to go to digital output and then turn it to digital Dolby 5.1, and then you're going to hit the center button of your Xbox, go to the right, go to preferences. On preference you want to go to voice, and on voice you want to turn these up to the max, and then have play through headset. And that is the setup for the Xbox 360, and it works perfectly fine. So overall, guys, what do I think of this headset? Well, the SteelSeries H wireless is absolutely excellent. It is very much the first headset I've come across that is very multi-platform, and furthermore, its integration and sound quality is absolutely excellent. As an overall headset goes, I think it is one of the best, if not the best headset I've ever come across. Despite having a very hefty price tag, there are reasonings behind it. First of all, it being wireless. Secondly, it having a good sound quality. Thirdly, it having multiple sources that it can accept. And fourthly is the fact that you've got Dolby and you've got the transmitter which has its extra functionalities as well. Furthermore, you can use that as a as a DAC and have the USB go into the USB from your PC, go into the transmitter and work seamlessly. So overall, it does provide you with an overall brilliant experience as a headset. I think it is the best headset I've come across, and I don't think there'll be many headsets that can really compete with this. It is very pricey, that said, and for £230, do I recommend it? Well, if you want a headset for an overall feel of all different platforms, and if you're going to use them in that respect, then yes, a full 10 out of 10 in that respect. However, if you're going to use it only for your PC, then at £230, I think it's a bit of a high ask, because at that price tag you can get, as I said, a wireless headphone or a wired headphone, because at that point a wireless headphone is kind of pointless if you're on your PC. So a wired headphone like the Denon D2000s with a mod mic, and it comes to a cheaper price than these are being offered at. But as I said, if you want to include wireless into that, and then if you want to include the functionalities, the looks, the design, the fact that you've got removable batteries and everything like this, this comes in at an excellent price range and very much affordable for what it is designed to be. As I said, the sound quality was very much impressive, and I really do recommend it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. Remember, if you do like it, please do give it a nice healthy thumbs up. If you want to see more of this, make sure you subscribe to my channel to see more of these detailed reviews, and reviews that don't glaze over a certain subject, that really do cover everything that you need to know about these headphones, or should I say headsets. And furthermore, do share and favorite this video, as it always helps with your friends and family, especially if they're interested in the headsets, or we're thinking of buying a headset that are similar to these. Anyway, guys, I've been Totally Dubbed. This has been the SteelSeries H wireless headset, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye bye.